Welcome back to Behind the Gloves. I'm guessing, and I'm delighted to be joined by Matchroom head honcho Eddie Hearn. Eddie, let's get straight to it. I know you're strapped for time. Dillian, Whyte, Jermaine, Franklin. What a card that you set up Saturday night. Run me from the bottom, Chevron Clark, all the way through to the main event.
It's a great card. I mean, Dillian Whyte against Franklin is a very, very good heavyweight fight, and you know, I think that at the end of the day, right now, it's very difficult to ask people to put their hand in their pocket, especially when there's a show on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, show on Sunday, Fury Chisora next week, and I believe top to bottom we've got the best of all the shows this Saturday night. I think it's going to be a very difficult fight for Dillian Whyte. I think Jermaine Franklin is a very, very good fighter. I think the undercard's outstanding. Nathan Gorman against Fabio Wardley, tremendous fight for the British heavyweight title. Craig Richards against Bolotniks, great fight as well. Sandy Ryan's in a great fight. You've got Pat McCormick, Mark Dickinson, Chev Clark. Great card top to bottom, and a big moment for Dillian Whyte. A lot of pressure on this fight. Now, these guys really fancy it. They look at that knockout defeat at Tyson Fury. They think it's a great time to fight him.
Do you think Jermaine Franklin spending time in the Fury camp is going to kind of change the way he approaches the fight? Do you think that's going to give him an extra added bit of confidence?
I think that, you know, you always want to be around good fighters. You always want to make sure that you're sparring with elite opposition. So it's not just Tyson Fury. He's been sparring with Daniel Dubois. Shane McGuigan said some very positive things about him as well. So he's a very good fighter. He's a seasoned heavyweight. He's a very good amateur. He won the Golden Gloves, and it's a tough night for Dillian Whyte. It really is.
And just touching on Frank's card quickly, obviously John Ryders, your man, goes up against Zach Parker for the interim WBO super middleweight title. Have you seen John? How's he looking? And second of all, how does that fight go in your eyes?
John's a very good fighter. So is Zach Parker. That's a good fight. Obviously, we backed John Ryders in that fight. He's got, in my opinion, more big fight experience than Zach Parker. But Zach is a very good fighter. He's a big super middleweight. It's a 50-50 fight, but I believe John's going to come out triumphant.
Surely it's going to be Canelo next for John Ryders.
Yeah, I think he's been, you know, he's had a couple of fights now where he's been mandatory waiting for that big fight. Canelo is talking about having kind of an interim fight before Dimity Bivol, so certainly that would sit well with us and John Ryders, but it's got to be victorious on Saturday first.
Have there been any ongoing conversations with Canelo about any potential opponents?
Only that I spoke to Eddie Reynoso last week, who talked about Bivol for September and looking at options for May. So we'll see what happens and see what happens on Saturday night.
And just the last few things to finish off. Obviously, you've got still another couple of weeks to go. The season for yourselves isn't done yet. You've got Estrada, Chocolatito next week, and then the Leeds card the week after that. Just run me through those shows and what you think next is for both of us. Say Estrada wins or Chocolatito wins.
It's a huge finish to the year. Obviously, Whyte Franklin, and then a massive card in Phoenix next week with Estrada, Chocolatito, and then also big finish in Leeds. Very tough fight for Josh Warrington. Now, this guy, we had him over here, but we didn't have him over, but Top Rank did when he stopped Isaac Lowe. He's a very good fighter. Obviously, the Leewood unification looms for Josh Warrington. Ebony Bridges is in a great fight against Shannon O'Connell on that card. Estrada, Chocolatito, what can you say? Trilogy of 2 of the best fights we've ever seen. The winner of that fight, you know, could end up fighting Jesse Rodriguez if he comes back to 118. You've got also the opportunity of one of the other flyweights to step up, whether that's Sonny Edwards, whether that's Julio Cesar Martinez. But that's a major fight, and Martinez is also on the card there. So 3 big weeks coming up on the zone, and looking forward to ending the year with a bang.
I feel like I need to start asking you more regularly what's next for Kiko Martinez.
Yeah, I know, unbelievable. And probably Maurizio Lara if he doesn't fight Leewood. I think that's a great fight. You know, Kiko just keeps on coming, and he's brilliant to watch. I love watching him, and him and Lara will be a massive fight.
And just quickly before moving off on the flyweight division, we've seen Bam Bam's obviously vacated his WBC title and moved down. Is that with the intention of fighting Ray Martinez, Sonny Edwards?
Intention of becoming undisputed. You know, he was really a light flyweight. You know, moved to super flyweight, take that opportunity, comes back to flyweight to fight for the WBO. Then you've got a unification with Ray Martinez, with Dillian, and also with Sonny Edwards as well. I think we should put something together to try and find a undisputed champion at 115 pounds. And I think, you know, it's a great division, and I think you're going to see a very interesting. 112. A very interesting fight for Bam Rodriguez for the WBO. Also, Julio Cesar Martinez. I think Rodriguez against Martinez is a big fight.
And last 2 questions. Is there any updates you can give us with Conor Benn and what's going on with his situation?
His case is being heard now. I've no idea how long it'll be, I'm not involved with that, but I guess the next 2 weeks, and we want to move forward. You know, if he's going to be found not guilty, if he's going to receive a ban, let's get it underway and let him resume his career when the court or the jury think that's acceptable.
And just finally, obviously, it's been in the media that you've called for a purse bid in regards to Flip Hgrovic having his rightful shot at the World Heavyweight title. Are there any updates with that and any ongoing conversations with Wasserman that you can tell us about?
It's always messy, that kind of thing, but you know, Flip Hgrovic has earned his right to become mandatory. WBA now have also called, I believe, Daniel Dubois. Whenever you get this moment for undisputed, there's loads of belts get fragmented. I guess we'll see the undisputed, but Flip Hgrovic will push for him and make sure he's well placed to fight for the World Heavyweight title.
And just the last one, is it coming home?
I'd hope so. I mean, I don't want to say it's coming home, but you know, we do hope it's coming. I think we've got a good team of young players who genuinely want to win for their country. And when you've got that and you've got ability and great team spirit, anything's possible. Dream big.
Perfect. Eddie, thanks for speaking to us.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video.